Wooks and Warlocks contains sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and as such is intended for adults. Listener discretion is advised. Content warning in the description.
It seems like the Happy Tricksters can't catch a break. A simple stop for gas got them smack dab in the middle of a gunfight. They made friends with another past traveler, ratfolk Remy Rizz, but now they are at odds with gangsters, gassers, and bikers. With this sort of luck, we're at least guaranteed shenaniganery from anyone else they meet at the Valley Jam in the world of Wooks and Warlocks.
Round and around in the tunnel when it's dark we go, searching through the rubble for what wants to spark like a shout in the night.
Hello and welcome to Wooks and Warlocks, a role-playing tour through the summer of love. In this podcast, we will be playing out a story of adventure and magic, using dice and skills to determine the outcomes of our actions. My name is Trey Miller, and I will play the role of Game Master for this journey. I am joined by 6 of the finest folks to roll the dice. Please introduce yourselves and your characters.
I'm Anthony Ryan. I'll be playing Xxxzantor, the Bugfolk Ranger.
Hi, I'm Joshua Fox, and I'll be playing Brody Malone, man, and he's a bard, figuring out his new bard stuff.
I'm Vanessa Suchek, and I will be playing Remy Rizz, an inquisitive rogue ratfolk.
My name is John Lombardi. I'll be playing Elijah Woodstone, the farm wizard, elk folk, transmutation specialist.
I am Lawson McClure. I'll be playing Norlin, the good boy.
My name is Jessie. I will be playing Granny Glenda. She is a half fox folk rogue.
We zoom in once more on our intrepid would-be heroes as they pack up camp on the mountainside, just a short drive away from the entry gates to the Valley Jam. In the last 24 hours, the Happy Tricksters left the Fairy Queen Penelope's quarry, put miles down the road before arriving at a fill-up station, met a new friend who was also from the past, Remy Rizz, the ratfolk rogue, and helped Remy as she had been pickpocketed. While helping Remy, the Happy Tricksters had an altercation with not one but 2 gangs, the Gassers and the Heaven's Devils. After both Elijah and Granny Glenda were shot, the group claimed victory and picked up their new firearms, grenades, and bulletproof gang vest from the gangsters they left lying bloody on the floor. In addition, Granny Glenda left behind her filigree-covered, hand-engraved knitting needles. Although replaced by Penny Lane, the evidence sits where it lies, as the group left in a hurry amidst a flood of flashing blue and red lights. The group put miles between them and the scene of the crime before stopping where we begin our journey today, at a campsite, which they are now packing up as the sun slowly rises in the morning sky.
Why don't you fellas just go ahead and get to work on those tents, and well, I'll just go fetch some water. I'm feeling quite thirsty.
10-4.
Here's that bucket I was using before. It's in the back of the van there.
I really don't need that much water. I'm a small half fox. I mean, look at me.
Granny, you could get us all some water, you know.
Oh, I don't think I can carry that.
Oh, well, all right. I guess that makes sense. You're quite frail woman. Well, why don't I go get the bucket then? And John Paul's going to go fetch some water for the crew as Xxxzantor and Elijah Woodstone break down the tents. Penny Lane, Owlsley, and King Kenzie pack up the supplies and ready the van for the journey to Valley Jam.
I'm going to mold earth to fire pit. That way it's not like water and
put out.
steamy and smoky. It's
All
more
right.
hidden to not give away our campfire.
Yeah, so the evidence of your passage is marred by further evidence of your passage of a different kind.
Xantor's just going to do like a perception check just to kind of see what's around them before they load up, make sure everything's like cool. And he's still thinking about the witch in the trunk of the van. He just wants to make sure everything's like...
Yeah, go ahead. Are you checking the trunk specifically?
Just the general area, like from the back of the van to the campsite and like
yeah,
around
sure.
him.
Perception check away.
I don't know if I need to roll for it, but I would have definitely had a conversation with one of our friends explaining what those flashing lights were and what was happening
Yeah,
there.
let's see how this
9.
perception check went. You don't notice anything in particular.
Are we in a forest? Because I get advantage on perception checks being a ranger.
I think you're in a
forest.
mountain, and I think that mountains are different than forests for the sake of D&D.
Check.
Yeah, so Elijah, you ask in general of the group what those flashing lights were. Hoo-hoo! Owlsley responds, "Why, that's the fuzz. Hoo-hoo, we try to avoid them. That's the you would know them as like city guards who take you to jail. You have jails, yes?"
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Not that I've seen.
My something tells me that might not be true. Is it true? Has Granny Glenda ever been in jail?
Granny Glenda has never been caught.
You're a terrifying old one, I swear. The camp is packed up quickly as the group is eager to get to Valley Jam. Xantor is unable to perceive anything out of sorts. That's not to say that anything is out of sorts, but nothing has been seen. The van is packed, and you all begin to travel down the road unless you have anything else you'd like to do before John Paul goes ahead and starts the van.
I'd make sure all my Xantor would make sure all like his pets like have like water and food and all that bullshit because he's still got the cat with him.
Look at him, he takes such good care of those little ones. He's like such a good father. I never would have seen that out of Xantor. Penny Lane is like looking at you sort of like with a different, more appreciative eye.
Xantor ignores her.
I just finished translating my Section E scrolls.
Nice.
That I got from
so what spells were those again?
I got Earthbind, and Large Reduce were the two that I hadn't copied yet. Earth Trimmer was one that I had already copied. It was the first one I copied, but those were the three.
Awesome. So the group travels down the road, wiser for their adventures, with new tools and skills at their fingertips. They travel for about 30 minutes before they hit a traffic jam. There are cars lined up for roughly a quarter mile leading into the gates of the Valley Jam Festival. You see balloons tied to fence posts. You see flags of every color flying. You see tapestries of tie-dyed, intricate patterns hung from the fence posts, marking a psychedelic path leading to the property where Valley Jam is held.
What's my elk nose? You know,
Roll for perception.
any of that scent
I
of
was
them
gonna
smelly
say
creatures?
Rat for Remy too.
Yeah, if you
He
guys
says
are
it's-
smelling outside of the car, let's see what you smell.
Perception.
12 for Remy.
I rolled a 12, but it becomes a 13.
With your 12 and 13, the smell of livestock in the fields and tall grass growing wild is overpowered by the musty scent of thousands of humanoids gathered in one place and the unmistakable odor of the same burnt herbs that you experienced with the Wooks in the woods at the Renaissance Fair. While it was a faint thing exclusive to the Wooks there, here, the smell of this burnt herb overpowers almost any other sensory experience.
Y'all, I smell 'em. It's like a lot more of them, or like a convention of them, or something. But it went from smelling real nice outside, like a farm, and reminded me of home, to like smelling like a bunch of sweaty wooks. But I think it's still a ways away, but I can smell them. We're on the right path.
Can you track the smell?
I mean, I can keep smelling every once in a while, but I think we're just going in
Would
that
you?
right direction.
For us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dope. Do you? What do you think, Granny? You want to follow the smell of the Wook?
Well, judging from the looks of these people, I say that following that smell is not going to get us very far, or it will get us very far in the fact that it will be everyone that smells like that here.
Are you saying we're all gonna smell like that?
I don't. I think that's That's what it. Yes.
It don't seem like that rinses off easy.
Well, they're kind of they're fun though.
You know, maybe once we leave, it will only smell for a couple days, and then we'll wash off in a nice river or something.
I could use a bath.
We could try like tomato sauce, like you do when you get a skunk.
Yeah, and then have spaghetti. Remy, you know how what you know about the Wooks?
You can recycle the tomato sauce, I guess. Make spaghetti with it.
As you discuss the odor of the festival-going crowd, the line inches forward, and roughly 45 minutes pass, while you sit in the heat of the van in slow-moving traffic as each vehicle is checked in and allowed into the event grounds. You pass a great arched threshold with the words Valley Jam written in large type font hanging in the sky. As you pass through the arch, you see that other festival goers are parking and getting out of their vehicles and standing in another line. John Paul pulls over the van and ushers everyone to get out. Come on, y'all, we've got to go get in line, time to check in. It's all right. You don't have to show any identification or anything. King's got all the tickets here. We've just got to get our wristbands, and you have to be there to receive it. Yes, of course. It's very, very normal. That's a normal thing to do. We have to go check in with the festival, receive our wristbands. And you see John Paul and King get out of the vehicle. Penny Lane and Owlsley follow him and walk towards a small shack. On the shack are written the words "Will Call" and ticket purchases.
Granny Glenda's gonna go and follow them to get in and get her wristband and ticket.
So does everybody else get in line?
Yeah, Xantor's just kind of like walking along, following everybody, doing the same thing everybody else is doing, taking care of his pets and stuff.
Yeah, Elijah's just looking around at all the stuff. Like, anywhere that there's like a crowd and like things that are tall, like it's like stuff he's not used to seeing. So he's always kind of just like deer in headlights looking around at everything.
So you guys step out of the van, and Granny Glenda is efficiently going to walk towards the line. Xxxzantor is going to turn around and get his cat and his dragon and make sure that they are fine while he walks towards the line with his animals. And Elijah Woodstone is going to almost in a stupor walk towards this huge crowd of people. The line in front of you is moving somewhat fast, but it stops after about 10 minutes of waiting, and you are stuck in the line. Roll for perception.
Ooh, nice.
Xandor got 10.
Dirty 20.
Oh yes, Remy, you walked to the line as well. I apologize.
Dirty 20.
18.
With your very high perceptions, you look around and notice in this crowd of people, there is an individual who stands out like a sore thumb. In fact, he is standing right in front of you. This individual you recognize as one of the individuals who was a part of the pack of bulldog boxers wearing heavy armor at Jimmy Jim James's general store. You see that this time-torn individual is standing in line in the heat of the day, wearing full plate mail, or some version of it.
Yo, ain't that one of them dogs from Jimmy Jam Jim James store that we saw? He was in line with her when I got the flash sale, and I got to talking with Jimmy Jams.
Hey, dog man, you're from the past too, right? Hey, you, dog guy. Oh man, I like your armor. You have very cool armor. Hey, do you remember us? We're from the past. Are you from the past too?
It looks warm in there.
Roll for stealth to see if anybody hears you screaming about the past while we prepare to hear Norland's.
16.
All right, so nobody, surprisingly, no one notices. I apologize for interrupting, Norland.
I beg your pardon. Are you speaking to me?
Yeah, the big, huge dog and dressed in awesome armor that, hey, what's up with your voice, man? You good? Did you see the bright light? Did you see that thing?
I and my litter had a strange dream whilst we slept and awoke in a distant land. I'm not really sure how that works, but it did. And now I am here, separated from my pack and from my master. What business of it is yours?
I just thought you might want to hang out, man. We're from the past too.
I dare say you look a little bit lost, young man. You've drooled on yourself.
My name's Eli. This is our friend Remy. We just met, but she was at Jimmy Jam's as well.
They're in love.
She's pretty cool.
What?
Well, Norland is definitely a little suspect. He's eyeballing you guys very suspiciously. You know, he is a dog that has been somewhat mistreated, so he is a bit hand shy. So you guys are coming on a little strong. So he's definitely, like, his body language is a little, like, hunched.
Granny Glenda is gonna walk up and be like, "Oh, don't you worry, you sweet little puppy. Everything is going to be okay." And she's gonna roll for persuasion to reassure him that everything's gonna be okay. That's a 22.
How does Norland feel about that 22?
Well, as the elderly woman approaches Norland, he is immediately taken in by her sweet, like, loving air and is just like moon-eyed, and his ears kind of droop, and he does the whole Puss in Boots, big eyes, like loving stare, and he reaches his chin out to be scratched.
Oh, that's a good boy. And Granny Glenda will scratch the chin.
All right, so as Granny Glenda and this dog folk bond, the line moves forward. Do you all move with the line?
Yeah, I move with the line.
All right,
I
so...
get bumped because I wasn't paying attention.
Hey, bub, fucking go. I'm trying to get in.
My apologies.
Hey, fucking tourist. So, as Norlin and Granny Glenda form a instantaneous bond, the rest of the group attempts to say their hellos. The line begins to move rapidly once more. There are only a few folks left before will call / ticket purchases is reached. King Kenzie is going to reach into his hip satchel and pull out tickets for each member of his crew. And he's going to hand Remy a ticket.
I know we've only just met, but I want to make sure I have extras of these in case anyone needs one.
And so he hands Remy a ticket.
Thank you. First festival ever.
I remember my first festival.
King Kenzie looks off and reminisces with sort of a wise look in his eyes. He turns towards Norlin.
Young man, do you have a ticket to this event?
I did not realize that a ticket was required. I am caught unaware.
Why, of course you have to have a ticket. You can't just go places for free. That being said, I'm inclined to help other brothers out. It's what hobos do, you know. We help other brothers out, and for the first time ever since I've met these people, this is actually a brother, so I feel pretty good about using my tag phrase. If you're willing to help us out and help build our camp and, hang out with us this weekend, I will give you my extra ticket. I have one left.
I do appreciate it, sir. I find such a strange custom to charge for admission to a street fair and or festival. This is quite the weird land.
Yes, it's true. Things have changed very much since those olden days.
Everyone roll for perception.
Natural 1.
Ooh, 7.
11.
Nice. So nobody really notices the. What did Norlin get?
7.
Yeah. So you guys all rolled really badly. And,
Oh wait, no, I haven't managed. Sorry, I got a 14.
but that's not going to be on. That's on smell-based things. You have advantage on. Is that right? Am I pulling that out of
I
nowhere?
believe you're right.
That makes sense.
No, it's hearing and smell.
So this is a sight-based thing.
He can't
yeah.
see worth of shit.
So so something happened there, but nobody noticed what it was. And the group approaches the counter. King Kenzie hands his ticket over and receives his wristband. You see John Paul, Penny Lane, and Owlsley follow suit. You are beckoned forward by the ticket taker. Hey guys, welcome to Mountain Jam. Hey guys, welcome to Valley Jam. You guys got your tickets?
Is this what you're looking for?
Do you hand her the ticket?
I'm like waving it around.
Yeah, you gotta give it to me.
Oh, I don't think I can reach. And she's like waving it just out of the reach.
Oh my god! Somebody take this woman's ticket! Is anybody gonna hand this ticket taker the ticket?
I'll grab it from her. Granny, hand it to me. Here's 2. You're very perky.
Oh my god, what do you mean? I've just been watching the boob tube and I just think it's so radical to be here at Valley Jam. And she throws her hands up in like 2-piece signs, like V's. She says, that's Valley Jam V. Yeah, and she's like cheerleader posing with her 2 fingers in various ways.
As she's posing, Norlin reaches out and grabs her by the wrist and
She's behind a glass, like a glass thing. This is
So
well, actually, this is the '60s, so they probably haven't implemented that yet. You might be the reason why. What were you gonna do?
I grab her by the wrist while she's like frenetically posing, and I turn her hand palm up, and I like slap my ticket down her hand. And he goes, "This is my ticket for entrance. This is your legal custom."
Roll for athletics to see if you're able to grapple her, and I'm gonna roll a contested grapple.
Xxxzantor would like to aid that contested grapple.
Who are you aiding?
You, the ticket person.
Oh, good, because she rolled a natural 1 on the first one.
I rolled an 11.
I got a nat 20 on athletics, 24. So, like Xxxzantor like reaches in and like says like, "Chill, puppy, chill," and like tries to pull your fucking hand off of it. And
Yes.
just like push back to her and like takes one of his forearms, like the lower one, and hands her the ticket and like tries to pull Norland away.
I am allowed to be here now.
Oh my
yes,
god!
yes, Norland. Come on.
I am allowed to be
apologize.
here
He's
now.
a foreigner. He's not
Take
used
his
to our
wristband.
customs. Here you
Oh
go.
my
Thank you. And he like slaps the wristband on Norland's hand.
I'm allowed to be here.
Not cool. And
You are. Come, let's party. Come on, this way to the party.
So as you guys have all, well, Remy.
Remy's just gonna like slide the ticket over and just like squinty eyes stare at her.
What's
Like,
your deal?
why are you so perky?
Why are you so not perky?
This must be an exciting festival we're entering.
Valley Jam! And she throws her hands up in a V again, and like she is just so hyped for Valley Jam. And you
Remy's
guys,
just like, yeah, and like the tail just goes up.
oh, and she like is loving it. She's like, yeah, and she goes into like a flurry of
Yeah.
poses, like it's just like an anime like transformation sequence is starting. Like you guys don't know what's gonna happen, but flowers start to like revolve around her, and if you stayed any longer, certainly you would watch her go into some sort of super hippie mode. 7, super hippie 7, as her hair grows longer and gets rainbow colored. None of that happens, and you guys all, you see John Paul, Penny Lane, Owsley, and King Kenzie returning to the van.
Come on, you guys, it's time to go to our campsite. I think we've got someone in there that's going to help us find the place, but we've got to hurry. We've got to get in there before our spot gets taken. We are early enough, but you know how these things go.
And you hear John Paul honk on the horn. Come on, honk, honk, come on. They've got a British horn. Honk. So you all are invited to get into the van. How does Norland respond to the van?
This large metal ox is honking at us like a goose. It's quite confusing. It appears that it's hollow inside and we can ride in it. I believe I will continue with you people. You are seemingly good-natured, as long as I am allowed more head scratches.
We are the Happy Tricksters. You're welcome to join us. What was your name? I don't know if I got it.
I am Norlin, the good boy.
Norland the good boy, yes you are, yes you are. And he's going to reach into a side compartment in the van, and he's going to pull out a Twizzler, and he's going to throw it to you, kind of like a treat.
Norlin instinctually goes to snap it out of the air.
All right, roll a dexterity with advantage, because I imagine you're good at snapping treats out of the air.
And that's with your hand or your mouth?
Let's see.
All right.
So this is just a straight dex roll.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 10.
You know, we're level 3. How does he catch it?
He, his, kind of jowls kind of flap open, and he turns his head sideways and snaps on it.
All right.
He almost misses, though, and just catches the end.
Yeah, so it sort of swings around and flaps him on the top of the head.
I would appreciate it if you didn't, if you would not throw them at me. I kind of can't control that reaction. It is slightly embarrassing, please.
My apologies. I thought I was being cool.
No, I understand.
It was pretty cool, man. You were pretty accurate there with that.
It's a normal thing, but my people do not appreciate it.
I thought the same thing about these weird metal wagons, man. I just stood still and stared at the front of this thing for like 3 minutes before I got in.
So, as you all commiserate about the strangeness of modern transportation, the Happy Tricksters grow impatient and excited and usher you to enter the van. Come on, we've got to go, we've got to get a campsite, I'm so excited. My favorite band starts soon. Well, it's not really a band, well, it's a band, but, you know, the thing is that every day from, my goodness, oh, I can't find the set list. Oh, what time does it start? Is it at 12? Is it at 3? Yes, okay, so, yes, at noon every morning, we get 3 hours of the hamster dance played on repeat by the Malevolent Mountain Orchestra, otherwise known as Eminem. Would you guys like to hear Eminem play the hamster dance for 3 hours? Oh, it's going to be so lovely. We need to get in there and set up camp. And
Yeah,
Penny,
let's go set up camp. Let's go.
Penny Lane is just like jumping and shaking, and she is also starting to just throw up the V's out of the window. She's like, yeah, Valley Jam, woo! And you pass through, you leave the parking lot and sort of meander down a dirt road in your van until you reach a large field. And that field is filled with cars parked.
Do the windows of this van open?
The windows of the van do open. It's like the old style rotate. Perhaps if you were to approach the van, you would incidentally hit with your paw one of the rotating devices to roll down the window.
I roll down the window and I am head out.
Yeah, so you're hanging your head out of the window as the car goes down this mountain dirt road into a large open valley field. You see that in the field there are some cars parked, and beyond the parked cars, you see a temporary village has grown from the grass of this field, and there are tents everywhere. There's revelry, there's celebration, much like at the West Candle Renaissance. But here, no one is dressed in the livery of ages past. Here, you see tie-dyes draping shoulders. You see pants parachuting out in wide, voluminous arcs. You see stripes and polka dots. You see colors, as many as the eye can see.
Guys, have you put your head out this portal? The wind, it is just so exhilarating. Guys, just try it. Guys, have you tried this?
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, Xxxzantor has done this before. Yes, it is amazing.
Jump.
I like break the glass.
Yeah, so like let's talk about this. So you try to stick your head out the window, but your horns are a bit girthy. So let's roll for dexterity to see if you can wiggle your way out. The window is rolled down.
Oh man, is it a certain thing?
Well, sleight of head.
13.
With your 13, you are able to awkwardly get your head out of the window. We will need to roll again whenever you try to get your head back inside the car. You all see this great field, some cars at the back of it, but far at the end of the valley, near the foot of another high-rising mountain, you see a stage larger than any you have ever spied in your life. You have very little time to take in the majesty of this sight. The wall of speakers towering, even at this some 500-yard distance. The tower of speakers seems mountainous. You have very little time to take this in as traffic continues forward, and you take a quick left into a forest. You have not yet hit the tree line in this valley, and you travel into the forest deeper and deeper until you start to see pockets of camps, other travelers, all setting up little homes for the Valley Jam. John Paul moves quickly through these dirt roads, through the woods, so you catch only glimpses of leather-jacketed individuals riding on horse-like carriages. that grumble like the car you're in. You see folks clad like the Wooks, but clean, spinning fire. You see folks clad like the Wooks, but instead of taking, you see them giving away food, water, shelter, and help to those new. This you all see in passing as John Paul, seemingly knowing where he's going, travels to a specific spot in the woods where no one has yet set up camp. And yellow tape with the words "caution" repeated consecutively map off a roughly 100-yard square area. John Paul, with the gracelessness of a man in his own home, charges the van straight through the yellow caution tape, causing it to drape off of the sides and the windshields as he screams, "Woohoo! We're home, baby!" and slides the van to a skirting halt, spinning into a spot.
Does it hit me in the face?
Stopping just before a tree. Yeah, you and Norland receive a full face full of caution tape as the van careens into their favorite camp spot.
Oh man, a little warning next time you come sliding in like that, man.
Sorry, I
Almost lost
forget you
me.
knew.
Let's go again.
What's this stuff stuck
Let's
in
go
my?
again.
What's this stuff stuck in my antlers?
There's caution tape. We've got a man out here. He likes to rope off the area for us. Make sure it's safe from any of those ruffians. You know, there are quite a few ruffians out here. Those devils and the gases. You'll find them. Sometimes you'll even see some corpos out here, but we haven't run into any corpos in a while.
I will mark the campsite to make sure that all the ruffians know that this area is off limits.
Where do you go to mark? Are you gonna do it right there? Or?
Yeah, I literally open up my fly and I start peeing.
Oh, you
right
mean
there.
Bad
your
boy.
Mark,
No.
Are you like
Get off the bus.
Are you thumping Norland while you're telling him?
Yeah, you're still on the bus, right?
She's pinching the back of his neck and going like, "Tss, tss, no, bad dog."
I'm yelping and I'm pulling it back in and I'm stopping.
All right. So, did this happen inside the van or outside the van?
Both. A little bit in, a little bit out.
So as you all tumble out of the van in your rough and rowdy...
I got a 14 to get my head back in the window.
Oh, good. Yeah, you did it.
So, okay.
Yeah, Xantor's like pushing this guy out and getting all the animals off the bus. He's in awe of like this whole scene and everything. He's just like taking his time to take it in.
I'm gonna keep that caution tape too. I'm gonna ball it up.
Nice.
Save it.
So roll for perception with a disadvantage as you busily set up your camp.
Would I have any benefit from my survival stuff?
No, this is perception.
17.
4.
10.
Norland, you may have your advantage on this for smell.
$18.
So Granny Glenda and Norland, you notice while the rest of the group is setting up, the sound of a broken twig and the smell of a man who spends a fair amount of time in the woods. You are not taken by surprise when, out of the bushes, comes a mustached maniac.
I tackle him immediately.
You do not have it. He is acting now, so you can tackle him after he does something.
Understood.
Whoa, bro. Good boy. Hey, just chill for 1 second. You're about to miss the craziest thing ever. Hold on 1 sec. You're gonna love this. Can I try to persuade him?
Yeah. Roll for persuasion.
Come on, baby. First roll of the campaign. Oh, that's good. It's 24.
How does Norland feel about this 24 in an attempt to calm him down?
I still tackle him, but instead of biting him, I start licking his face.
Whoa, bro. Whoa. Good boy, man. Just wait. Sit. Just watch this. This is going to be fantastic, bro.
Just a grown man licking another grown man. There's nothing weird
Yeah,
about that.
with your 24 in your persuasion check, although Norlin has refused to participate in your attempted prank, you are able to finesse the scenario with Norland in such a way that no one but he and Granny Glenda have noticed your approach yet.
Oh, a bunch of newcomers. Oh, man. Well, can you at least tell me, is Kenzie with you guys? Is he still unloading?
Oh, don't worry, he's right over there, and I won't tell him what you're trying to do.
Sweet, bro. All right. And is it like a campsite, or is it like...
Yeah, so this is what you're walking up on, or what you've snuck up on, is an area in the woods where the trees have made roughly 100-yard square area where there's no trees. There's large trees all around, almost making like a barrier. And the group is hanging ropes around those trees to create a sanctuary, and they have not yet placed all the tapestries. It's still open. The van is there with the doors open, and items are coming out, canopy tents, pop-ups, small shelters, things like that. And we'll say that you have run into Norlin the good boy and Granny Glenda very close to the van while everyone else is spread out around camp.
I think Brody would definitely know like how they usually set up camp, who usually is like taking charge of the tent and stuff like that. And then with well-timed accuracy, you see him just like whistle, and then all of a sudden you see just like smoke bombs go off wherever Kenzie and Alzy and John Paul and Penny Lane are, and then all of a sudden Roman candles start flying like crossways.
Oh, now what's going on?
I mean, this was the 60s, baby. They didn't give a crap back then. So yeah, we're throwing off fireworks. I'm totally messing with them. And then in all that confusion and stuff, I'll sneak around the van up to Kenzie, and I'll try to like get him behind in like a reverse chokehold.
All right, roll for athletics, and you'll have advantage on this. He's gonna have disadvantage. You got a 9.
I got a 19.
So you grab King Kenzie from behind.
Yeah, so I joke about Kenzie. Hey, bro, give me all your money, or I'll snap your pretty little kitty neck.
So how does Norlin and Granny Glenda respond to all of this that's happening?
Well, when the fireworks start going off, Norlin dives back into the van yelping.
All right.
Yeah, this fireworks scare the crap out of him.
Granny Glenda?
Granny Glenda will probably attempt to aid Norland after seeing him going into the van, and then once she realizes that, he's got him, this newcomer has got King in a chokehold, she'll probably make her way towards that direction.
All right, so Granny Glenda is coming up on you as King Kenzie. What are you doing? What is happening here? And he's going to roll for perception to see if he can tell. Natural 20. So, wait a minute. This is Brody. Brody, is this you?
Hey, I got you good, didn't I, you stupid son of a bitch? Come here, and I'll give him a big hug. It's like, Happy Valley Fest, you son of a bitch.
Oh, gosh, it's good to see you. And he grasps you in a big old hug and sort of claps your back. Thanks for getting us this spot. We always know you're going to be here early.
Alzy, I saw you over there in the corner, bro. You were cowering like a little bitch. Come over here, and then I'll go up to each of them, John Paul and Penny Lane, and give them hugs.
Good to see you, Brody. Yeah, how are you, bub?
And, as I approach Penny, I'm just like, got you. I know you're always craving this. You talk about it all the time, but I was able to find some, but I got you some Godiva chocolate. You know it's the best of all of loons.
Oh my God, I love that.
I love you, girl. It's all good. And then when I get to John Paul, I was like, I still don't understand your obsession for this man. I really, really don't. It's quite disgusting. But hey, to each his own, man. It's all right. And then I'll
judge me.
and I hand him a jar of pickled herring.
Oh, God, this is the good stuff. You got it right. I haven't had this since I've been back home.
Oh, man, you are the weirdest guy ever, but I love you. And then I'll go to Alzy. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I had to go to a lot of really weird places to find this. I don't think they exactly got my vibe, but I was able to find it for you. And I hand him like this elaborate set of like tongs / a comb or something, and I'm not exactly sure what, but it's like a special preening tool for all of his feathers and stuff.
Oh, this is. Oh, you've really outdone yourself here today, Brody. I didn't know that they even made these for birds my size. And you see that he starts preening himself right in front of everyone. There's like, I guess, bird flakes. I don't really know. I don't preen, and so whatever happens when preening happens, and whether it's appropriate for a group or not, he begins doing it immediately. Thank you. Ooh.
And then lastly, I'll go back up to Kinsley. He's like, I don't think I forgot about you, bro. You know I love you the most. And this was really, really, really hard to get. Just so you know, I had no idea you liked this person that much, but I got you. I got 2 front row tickets to Sailor Twift. I had no idea that you were a Twifty.
Oh.
Holy cow.
Oh, you can't, don't say that so loud, but I do love Twift. Sailor Twift, no way. She's... What a performer. Did you hear that she's been out and about with that sports fellow? I'm invigorated with their relationship.
Case and Chelsea? Yeah, man, he's crazy.
My goodness. Okay. Let's not let the others hear about this. I'll just put these away, and maybe I'll take someone special. You got me too. I mean, were you wanting to go, or should I find a friend to go with me?
Oh, man, that's for you, bro. Anytime you want. You know me. I like to bounce around. I'll probably see you there anyway.
Oh, you're going to go. You'll go even if you don't like the band. That's just like you, Brody.
Oh. Absolutely, bro. I go where the party's at, man. Speaking of which, man, there's been some weird shit happening in the past couple of weeks. I was down there at the Beast Beaches. You remember that guy that was at those, and I name off a couple of festival names that I'm sure you have in your back pocket. Like, and he was part of the Feathers, man. His name was Beaumont Dilba. Yeah, you remember Beaumont Dilba?
I remember. Of course, everyone knows Beaumont, at least if you run with those circles.
Well, we're on the Beast Beaches, and the set is hitting. It is fantastic. We're in, like, shin-deep water, man, and we're feeling it, man. Like, absolutely feeling it. And then all of a sudden, I look over, and Beaumont is a frickin' sea lion. And he's just, like, flopping around in the water. It was the craziest shit, dude.
Surely it was the mushrooms.
That's what I thought, too. But then, about an hour later... It was weirdly attached. He was really like attached to me for some reason. It's like he knew who I was. I don't know if it was the drugs, but about an hour later, I watched it in front of my eyes as Beaumont turned back into Beaumont.
This must have to do with the incursions. Look, this is the things that I can now do this. And he's going to open up his hand, and a ball of light appears, and he says, I believe I've connected with some sort of
bro.
deity.
This is insane.
Higher power seems to connect me to the very spirit of partying itself.
Dude, and I've been noticing something really weird too, man. I can you know that asshole security guard at X Festival or something like that? He wouldn't let me.
Of course.
I mean, I had a little bit extra something that I shouldn't have had, but I mean, and most of the time this guy gives me shit about it, but I don't know, man. He was like just totally cool with me, and I slipped right in. And it seems to be happening a lot to me. It's been really crazy. And it's like I feel different too. It's like I feel something inside. I don't know. Maybe it's the mushrooms again, but
I dare say wild things are afoot. These travelers that you see with us, we've made some new friends, and it seems whatever happened a few weeks ago that awakened these latent powers has brought beings and people from the past to the present.
Oh, you're talking about those newbies that I just ran into?
Yes, the newbies. Yes, that was my friends. That was Granny Glenda, and well, the dog folk is new. That's Norland. He is a little bit high-strung when it comes to he's on some sort of a mission to find his master, but the thing is, he and the elk, Elijah Woodstone, and the bug, Xxxzantor, and this rat, Remy Rizz, they're all from the past. I can't explain it, but it is the truth. Owsley has been doing some experimentations, and we hope these experiments will lead to some answers. But for now, we must sit in mystery. We do not know why. But surely you'll be joining us for the weekend. You've set up this camp.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Hell yeah. I'll never forget Valley Fest. I've had so many good times here. It's going to be great.
Yes, the Valley Jam is a good time for us all, and we will be most appreciative of your company. Now, everyone's got their job to do. We're going to get set up so that we can head down. I imagine you've already got your tent set up somewhere around here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, bro. It's just right over there.
And he points to an area where you see a pristine, perfectly set up little tent camp, and it has all of the amenities and accoutrements that a festival-going pro might need.
It's hot here, right?
It is mild temperatured, but it was hot out in the field in the direct sun. It's
Nicer in the shade.
yeah, it's nice in the shade.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do my usual, make the little fire pit, mold earth fire pit.
Yeah.
But I'm also gonna test something out. And I'm gonna kind of my tent that I put up. Did they give us all tents? Or am I just
You
using a
have
bedroll?
whatever you started with.
I don't remember if I have a tent or a bedroll, but either way, I'm gonna set myself into the ground a little bit. Use kind of a foot's worth.
Yeah,
of,
and we'll say
coolness
that
of
if
the
anyone
planet.
didn't have a tent, that the Happy Tricksters have extra tents for those that didn't. I think only Xxxzantor had a tent, and I know Granny Glenda was given a tent. You also could mold earth yourself a shelter.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's more your flavor.
I'm just thinking using the ground's coolness.
Yeah, that's great. So you dig a foot trench and set yourself in it. Set up your tent in there. And Remy, what does your shelter area look like?
So, I would like to take a tent, but maybe go into an area where I gather like twigs and leaves and cover it so it's more like a natural looking.
All right, so you
area
blend
for it.
in. Granny Glenda, I'm sorry, I can't get over it. Everyone else calls you that, Glenda. Will you be joining me in my tent this weekend? Oh, I don't mean it like that. Don't have a giggle. You know we've been sleeping together. I've got the extra cot.
Oh, I remember, dearie. I can't help it sometimes when you've been around for this long. I mean, you have to laugh at the little things.
Oh, that's fair. Well, if you can share my tent, but you can't share my bed.
Well, I bet I could change your mind. Not that I'd want to, but
Roll for persuasion.
Oh no, it's not gonna do it. I believe it's gonna be an 8.
Whatever you tell yourself, Glenda.
I'll come and sit in the cot.
All right, well, you're welcome to the bed if you need it. But that being said, I'm all set up, and I'd like to get into town. I'll wait for everyone else. I say town. Look at me. I feel so at home at these festivals. I just want to go see what vendors are set up and maybe get some snacks and a little drink. Everyone needs a little drinky poo every now and then. You see that Penny Lane is hurriedly preparing herself to enter the festival. She is covering herself with scarves. She is putting on jewelry. She has a fancy hat that she has donned. And she is wearing boots with colorful accessories all over them. And has donned her festival gear to go romp in the party.
As Norlin is going about the area, dropping a little bit of urine on everything, he spots Penny Lane getting all pretty and stealthily tries to sneak up behind her and spritz a little pee on her ankles.
Roll for stealth. Roll for stealth.
Xantor's I guess just permanently he was gonna go with Penny Lane in either way to explore the festival and stuff, and he's really feeling cooped up, and so he pulls off his armor pieces and stuff and kind of gets a little just down to his basic leather armor stuff. And asks Drake to go along with him, tells the cat he can stay in the truck if he wants. The cat is kind of I would imagine just wandering, as cats would do in this kind of event perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
But Drake would be going with him, and he would try to join up. As
so-
far as Norlin peeing on her,
Yeah, he's rolled. Let's see what he rolled.
Norlin rolled a 5 to stealthily pee on Penny.
You have failed in your stealth, and Penny Lane is going to turn from getting ready and pull a needle-like dagger from her hip and point it at Norlin. Don't you be thinking about doing that. I've been studying with Glenda. She's told me a thing or two, and I could end your life.
Bad boy.
If you want to come with, you can, but don't you put that spritzer near me, lad. And she's going to menace you with her dagger.
I dribble a little bit of urine where I stand, and then I slink away. Not too far away.
You're not
'cause I
potty
wanna follow
trained. Just
them.
because you're a dog doesn't mean you can pee everywhere. You know, you're wearing armor. You're just peeing on your armor.
If I don't pee on things, people will not know who is protecting this area.
Xxxzantor tries to pull Norlin to the side and like looks him in his big dog eyes, and he's like, "Hey, Norlin, are you okay, man? Like, you cannot pee on people. You cannot pee on things. Like, are you good to be around people? Or are you good? Like, maybe you should just stay on the bus."
I am very well trained. I am trained to be around people. I take great offense to you implying that I am not housebroken.
You're not housebroken, bro. You literally just tried to pee on our buddy. Like, she's, you know, this is Penny Lane. This is John Paul, Penny Lane, their brother or sister. It's super sweet folks. Are you serious? You cannot pee on people, man. Like, no dribbling, no dripping. Let's, here. And he tries to, like, get something to, like, wrap around him and, like, try to, like, a diaper. He's trying to make a diaper. He thinks, like, that this full-grown dog is, like, a puppy. And he's like...
Do you accept the diaper?
No. I definitely, like, kick it off and, like, scamper away.
All right.
Xxxzantor just shakes his head and, like, turns the other direction to go with Penny Lane.
The Happy Tricksters have all donned their party attire and prepare to head down to the festival proper. Will you be joining them?
Eli will join.
Granny Glenda will join him.
Norlin will join.
Eli's
Remy
just
joins.
got his normal farm clothes on, but he does have his cape, and that looks pretty festival-like.
I'm leading this party. Woo!
He's got like a magician's cape.
Stay back a little bit. Gotcha. Yeah, so as the group heads down from their forest sanctuary into the festival proper, they pass through a maze of tapestries set up in the woods, making a path. The road that they drove in on during the time that they spent setting up the camp turned into a party paradise filled with tents, campers, and other festival goers. As you attempt to navigate back to the festival itself, I'm going to need everybody to make a survival check to see if you know which way to go. Brody, because you've been here, you can make this check with advantage.
I was gonna ask, but thank you, buddy.
19.
22.
Nice.
17.
Oh no, a natural 1 for Remy.
Yeah,
15 with advantage.
3 for Norlin.
So, most of the party is fairly certain that if you continue down the slope of the mountain, you will end up at the valley. This seems rudimentary, and yet, for some reason, Remy is convinced that they need to turn left, and Norlin, being the protective sort, is backing Remy's play.
Let's go right.
I am fairly convinced that we should follow Remy.
Like, right kind of like goes downhill and looks like the right way that to go. But we could go left.
Hey, man, every festival's a different experience. I'm down for going right. That's cool, Bill.
I'm being directed by.
You're the one directing.
Your natural one.
Oh my
You're convinced.
You're convinced to go in the wrong direction.
Convince us to go to the left.
I I don't have my astrolabe on me, but my senses, my whiskers are pointing me this way.
Didn't you say your senses were like a little slow right now?
You're right, but either go with it or convince me otherwise.
We're definitely supposed to go right. Right is the way to go.
I'm with Xxxzantor on this one.
Right we go.
Well, I think, there's advantages to going down this slope here to the right. I think that, it'll be an easier walk for my old legs. And so Granny's gonna use her old legs as an excuse to try to persuade Remy to go.
Alrighty.
It'll be a 16.
So with your Remy, how do you feel about that 16? It sounded like you were pretty convinced.
Yeah, let's go with... She's wise.
I'm a wise old lady. Everyone should listen to me.
You hear a sort of noise come from King Kenzie. It's somewhere in between, like a derisive snort and a fearful shudder. As he contemplates a version of the Happy Tricksters led by the murderous and terrifying Granny Glenda.
He says, well, I am quite certain. Forgive me for any confusion, but this is the way to go.
And he's going to start walking to the right, further down the mountain. And as you pass through another few campsites, you arrive at a break in the trees, and the break reveals the same large field in the valley that you saw before. You see lines of vendors selling wares. You see a myriad of colorful capering individuals running around, frolicking in the sun, playing frisbee, dancing on maypoles, and trading flower necklaces, while the most beautiful orchestral rendition of the hamster dance plays on the stage. For 3 hours, the hamster dance resonates, bringing the festival to a higher frequency.
Are there any trash bins with possible bones or leftover food in them?
If you are looking for food, you would smell waste coming from any of the trash cans, almost leading in a line to a large makeshift tavern.
We got turkey leg.
Roll for perception.
Xxxzantor would ask.
Only a 3 for perception. I smell the turkey leg.
Xxxzantor would ask Penny Lane like where the good
I know,
shops
that's
are.
hilarious. Thank God I have an advantage.
What did you guys get?
I got a 7, and that was the good roll.
All right.
So yeah, I'm sniffing the air to find a discarded bone.
Okie dokie. So what you notice is that there are so many smells in the air, it is hard to perceive where it's coming from. You definitely smell fried turkey legs. Familiar fried turkey legs for Elijah Woodstone. But it is
Hard to tell where.
hard to tell where. Xantor, were you asking Penny Lane about something?
Yeah, he would ask like Penny Lane, like, hey, like where's all the good like shops at and stuff, like who's the good vendors, who to trust out here.
Yeah, so as you ask Penny Lane, well, the thing is there's all sorts of different vendors, and they all repeat themselves, sort of. I'm really looking forward to going and visiting, getting some drinky poos at the Boar's Tusk. I do love the Boar's Tusk, and you'll find that there's always something new. I like the hula hoop selling lady is always very nice. I forget what her booth is. It's like rockin' hula hoops or something. And I've got a friend who's got a booth called Snake Village Trading Post, and they sell all sorts of stuff. But I think it's just imported goods disguised as handmade stuff. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. It's good if you need a little trinket. And then there's,
I like to visit them all, and really, but I can't recommend any in particular because then I'd be playing favorites. Sometimes we even set up booths, the Happy Tricksters Emporium. But I'm sure you'll find something you like. My first stop's going to be the Boar's Tusk.
Yeah, just some basic food to start off with. That's where we go to get our grub?
Roll for perception.
Would this possibly be where Scotty works at?
Yes, Brody would know that is where Scotty works.
9 for perception.
And this is just for the old characters, Elijah Woodstone, Xxzantor, and Granny Glenda. What did you get on your perception rolls? 7 for Xxzantor.
6.
18.
So Elijah, as the chief recipient of the boar's tusks, fried turkey legs, you would be the first, other than Brody, to recognize that the boar's tusk is where Scotty, the boar person, sells his mules at the Renaissance Fair.
Same dude.
Well, you know that the boar tusk is Scotty's place. You haven't been in there yet, but Brody...
Oh yeah, dude. Like me and Scotty go way back. I know this guy, and I could definitely get us around or something like that if you guys want to go check it out.
Didn't you guys have some? There was boar's tusks back at the Renaissance.
Yeah, we had them mules, they were called, I believe.
Oh, they were amazing.
Those were good.
I really liked those.
The fried turkey legs. I still got the grease on my antlers you can smell.
Oh yeah, he's known for that, bro. Absolutely.
All right, then, let's go get some drinky poos, and I guess you guys can get some turkey legs, and then we'll go from there. You walk towards the bustling makeshift tavern, and it looks almost identical to the Boar's Tusk Tavern, which you saw in the Renaissance Fair. Norlin and Remy, you were not at the Renaissance Fair, and you did not see this tavern. As you approach, the sound of people carousing from the inside greets you. There are less people gathered inside the tavern, but there are than there were at the Renaissance Fair. But there are people getting mules in to-go cups and taking them out into the festival. When you approach, you see the familiar form of Scotty, the boar bartender. But this time he is not dressed in old-timey clothes, but rather a tie-dyed tank top, and his arms featuring tattoos of anchors and of beautiful, buxom women shone in the shadows as he polished a mule cup.
Oh, it's good to see you there, Brody. What brings you here?
Oh man. Valley of Jam, man. I'm here every year. It's gonna be great. But I've got some new friends in from out of town. We'll just say that for now. But I mean,
Well, you're with these lot.
yeah, absolutely. They came in with Kinsey and all these guys.
Well, I liked them a little bit. The elk one was a good tipper. The one that's the grandmother was the only one who remembered that I call these drinks mules, but she did not tip me, and I will never forget that.
Whoa, far out. You guys already know each other. Sweet.
They were at the Renaissance Fair. I dare say, you look like you're still dressed for the Renaissance.
And he's going to look at Norlin, the good boy, sort of quizzically.
Well, sir, why are you still wearing that?
I am confused. Why would I change my clothes? This is how I dress.
Why, that's not the way people dress nowadays. Don't you know that?
I suppose I don't. I assumed that everyone dressed how they normally dress.
You look around you.
Oh, this is ridiculous. All right, whatever. You dress like you do. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and get you around on the house.
Thanks, Brody, for always being a supporter. And he's going to put out 6 cups, fill them with a little bit of liquor, a little bit of ginger beer, and an ice cube, and hand them to each of you.
Thank you.
I don't leave a couple bucks as a tip either. Anyway.
And I said 6. I suppose 10 because there's the Happy Tricksters as well.
Oh, yeah.
Norland's gonna sniff it and then start lapping it up.
I'll just look at Kinsey and I was like, hey, first round's on me, bro. Valley Jam. Try to give him a big old cheers.
Oh, yes, of course, my friend.
And he's going to cheers you back. He says, to Rally Jam. And the Happy Tricksters are all going to cheers. Do you all join in the cheers?
Cheers.
Whoa!
All right. So as you clink your drinks together, does everyone drink their beverages?
Yes.
Yes.
Take it down.
I did not like that question. Yeah.
All right. So you guys feel the effects of the alcohol begin to take foot inside of you, or take hold inside of you. Go ahead and roll Constitution saving throw all around.
Can't be as bad as
Can
that
I choose
joint
to fail
that was
it?
Yeah, you can totally choose to fail it.
I want to get a buzz going. Yeah.
11.
6 for Remy.
Dirty 20 for Granny Glenda.
All right. So if you got
12.
how's Norland?
9.
All right. So if you got under a 10, raise your hand. All right. So we've got Norland and Remy Rizz feel the effects of the booze a little bit stronger than their companions, and you all begin to feel inebriated, a little looser, a little more relaxed as the alcohol goes through your system, lowering your inhibitions and increasing your desire to party.
He's already dancing a little bit.
He's like on the bar.
Get out there and enjoy yourselves then. Don't be staying here.
You hear Scotty yell,
I love having folks at my tavern, but you've got to go see the party.
he's going to try to usher you out with joyous sweeps.
Love you, bro.
Well, we've got our drinks now. Did you guys want to do any shopping?
Xxxzantor would get like a refill. Did we like already just drink that and then like make
You're more than
glass?
welcome to get to do that. That's up to you.
Yeah, we would definitely get a refill.
These are to-go cups, so you can take them with you.
Sweet.
Xantor is doing a refill. Make another Constitution saving throw.
19.
All right, so you're taking it down like a champ. And if I recall correctly, Xantor's consistently consuming adequately. He has not failed a single check so far for these intoxicating substances. So we're going to say that Xantor is starting to develop a tolerance to being intoxicated, and we're going to give you advantage on these saving throws for substances.
This is gonna fill it out one more time. This one's just for the road. Just for the road.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
We got 19.
You are, despite your advantage in this field, you are starting to feel drunk, and you're going to have a -3 to any speech-related checks.
Yeah, he's loving it though. He's super happy. He's like, let's go, guys. Come on, this is great. Oh God, Penny Lane, come here, Norland, come on. He's like trying to grab everybody in headlocks and stuff.
Oh my, Xantor, you're so handsy.
Well, he does have 4 of them.
That's true.
You know, you guys are right. I don't know why I'm wearing this armor. You know, it's party right now. Maybe I should relax. Maybe I should take off this armor. You know?
Don't take it off here. You've got to wear clothes.
Yeah.
You silly goose. Oh my goodness.
No, I'm hot. I'm hot.
You are hot.
And Norland starts like unstrapping his breastplate and his like metal armor, and like he takes off his like his. Like,
Or you can't
whole,
leave
like,
that here.
Scotty telling you can't leave that there.
Oh yeah.
Drake. And Xantor calls his little dragon over. He's like, take this back to the bus. Put it with my armor. We're having fun today.
So
And if you want, he'll have his
yeah,
dragon.
he
take
takes
your
the armor, and like Norland's like down to wearing like basically just long johns.
All right. Oh,
Well, you're gonna trust the dragon with the armor? Fine. It's just a smart little boy.
He doesn't drink. He's my designated walker from time to time.
All right, so Drake is gonna go back to camp with the armor. Is Drake staying at camp, or is he gonna come find you guys afterwards?
Stay on the bus, Drake.
All right, so the group heads out into the festival further. You have in front of you from the tavern, there are rows and rows of vendors. You see instrument vendors, you see hula hoop vendors, you see strange art, you see canvas art, and you see a sign. Roll for perception.
And would I know where Jimmy would be? Jimmy James.
18 for Remy.
What are the guys you sleeping?
14.
6.
Who had the highest there?
At 22.
Xxzantor with a 22. You notice a sign sitting a little higher than all of the rest. That sign reads, Jimmy Jam's Twisted Bazaar.
Sweet. You guys see that one? You see the sign up there? Look, it's Jimmy Jam's. He looks at Elijah because he's like knows that you know Jimmy Jam.
Roll for history with advantage, Xxzantor.
Is this a speech related?
It's just a history check.
19.
With your 19, Xxzantor remembers the last encounter that he had with Jimmy Jam's was that Jimmy Jam gave him a ring of swimming in exchange for a four-handed back scratch. They did not make eye contact and parted ways, insistent upon never making eye contact again.
Facts.
Well, should we go? Do you know that fellow? I've never heard of Jimmy Jam's.
Y'all think it's possible? You think it's possible that Jimmy Jam came through that same portal too?
It's either that or his great grandchildren, and they gotta be cool too.
Dude, that's like the closest thing to family I might have alive. Let's go check them out.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe they're having another one of those sales.
As you approach the booth beneath the sign which reads Jimmy Jam's Twisted Bazaar, you reach a pop-up tent with canvas walls with psychedelic patterns embroidered on them and two large J's on each flap marking the entrance to the Twisted Bazaar. Who goes through the flaps first? Xxzantor passes through the archway into a room filled to the brim with eclectic supplies, potions, packs of scrolls, clothing, trinkets galore. And behind the counter, Xxzantor catches eyes, locks eyes, meets the gaze of none other. Well, hey there! It's Jimmy James. It's good. Is that Xxzantor?
Yeah.
Oh my
Come on,
God.
eyes averted. You know our.
I thought we were never going to see each other again.
We're not. I'm
You
not
gave me the
seeing
best
you.
back scratching I've ever
You're
gotten.
looking at me still. I can feel you. And look, JJ, I'm here for one thing and one thing only. Shotgun shells. Do you have any?
What in the fuck makes you think they'd let me sell shotgun shells at Valley Jam? All right, well,
No, you are a vendor, are you not? Aren't
that's
you
a
the
funny
man?
question. Listen, I didn't think you'd get so straight to the point on something like that. I got lots of stuff I can tell you
Do
about.
you
but-
need a back scratching? Where
Sit-
do I go to get what I need?
Hey, listen, I'm in it for money now. You don't even care how I got here? Like,
Bro, you're. I
How did
assume-
you get here?
Yeah, there you go. I assume you got here the same way we got here. Look, we're all on this adventure together. I get it. You get it. We got this thing. Let's
Elijah.
not make it what it's not.
Jimmy Jams, it is you. Oh, damn.
Your boy over here, he's got... listen, he looks at Xxzantor. Let me catch up with Elijah, because he's my actual friend. But you are willing to be a customer this time, right? Because I will sell you something.
For my ammunition.
All right.
So if you don't, just
Let's
direct
talk.
us.
Let's talk about this in a second. Elijah, and he throws his arms up, and he's gonna grab me in a hug. I thought for sure I'd lost everyone I'd ever loved and cared about whenever I was sucked through this portal to the future. I started up a vending business as quick as I could. Boy, it was hard to get the licensing, but I tell you what. Jimmy Jams, I'm going to get set up. I've been vending this whole 2 weeks. It took me about, maybe about 16 hours, and I had myself a vending booth. I made a deal with some fella on the side of the road. I got my first bit of goods. He was done in the business. Said all he wanted was somebody to take on his legacy. Here I am. I got all this stuff.
Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. Good for you. Keep on keeping on.
What's going on with I guess the farm's fucked now, huh?
I mean, everybody I've ever known is dead, but, I'm doing pretty good. We're here at the Valley Jam. How perfect is that for you to get set up at the Valley Jam, being
Doesn't it
Jimmy
seem
Jam?
right? Oh, man, it's funny you say that. That's why I named it Jimmy Jam's Twisted Bazaar, Like, I was like, Jimmy Jams, and these folks, I met up with, they call themselves the Feathers, okay? These are like... They like to light stuff on fire. And I'm talking about they build the craziest sculptures out of real good wood. I mean, it's not bad wood, it's not good wood, but like they build it, and I'm saying they take weeks, and then once they've built this whole effigy, they just light that sucker up, and it's gone. But it's a beautiful sight. I've been at some of their ceremonies. They don't like for me to sell stuff there, but we're allowed to trade. And you know me, I'll barter as well as I'll trade for some of them. Well, they call them bucks now. We don't use gold, but hey, you ever notice kind of looks like you? And he's going to pull out one of his coins, look at it, and show it to you, and look at it was probably a coincidence.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I caught a glimpse of one of those when we first arrived. We arrived actually on a stage, smaller but similar to the one that they have here. I'm actually kind of curious if we could investigate that stage and maybe find a portal back.
Oh man, you think the stage has a portal on it? You want to go back? I can see why. With the farm and all. Listen, I don't know much about no portals, but I reckon you want to get taken to somewhere else, you got to hear these warlocks play. I don't know if it's got much to do with our warlocks, but these guys are the truth. I'm telling you what. Hey, there's some more of y'all. I see your granny friend and Xxzantor. I'm gonna get back to you. Don't worry. I do actually have something for you. It's right here. I had it planned out and everything, but it's not exactly what you want. But I think
he wants
it'll help.
Ammo for that.
I know what he wants.
I got a heater.
I got shot, man.
You got how is it? Where'd you get shot?
Well, no, you can't see it anymore because thanks to King over there.
Hello there. It's good to see you, Jimmy.
Well, hey there. Have we met?
No, but everyone else is calling you Jimmy, so I thought I would greet you like a friend that was old.
Anything from like a bad back to like a severe flesh wound. King's your man. He'll heal you right up.
I have the clerical abilities. I believe that I have been blessed by the spirit of partying to be some sort of a healing entity.
Well, that's just the greatest thing, man. I'm so happy to hear that. Listen, hey, and you got some new buddies. Who's your girlfriend over there? And he's going to point to Remy Rizz.
Oh, this is our new friend Remy.
You guys are very encouraged to resist that, by the way.
I don't
She's
understand.
definitely not my girlfriend. We just met, just friends.
What energy are we putting off? Like what?
No idea. I don't know.
What do they see?
It's
Well,
something in the eyes.
And Xxzantor saw what you did when y'all first met. When you pushed the dude off onto the horns and the blood rain, and we know what that is. Come on, okay.
That was just an easy kill.
It was very crazy.
Quite
Y'all make quite a
Quite a
cute
display.
couple. You don't
I
have to put a
agree.
label on
I
it. It's
agree.
1969, baby. People are wild out in here, but I just calls them like I sees them. You know me. I'm Jim James, straight shooter. Well, listen. All right, and so you got Remy the Rat Folk. Brody, I know you. We met last week at that feather party. It's good to see you, and you're doing well. I would have thought after that many beverages that anybody would have fallen out, but you seem to have made it with strength. That's all right. You ain't listening to me. That's fine.
Good lord. Sorry, bud. One last time.
Brody, I know you. We met last week at that feather party. Like, I can't believe a man could be alive after having so many beverages in a row, but you took it like a champ. Here you are standing clear as day.
Well, bro, of course, man. I'm Brody Malone. I'm always there, and I'm always partying. I'm already about one deep right now.
You guys y'all want some of this? Wait a minute. Who's that? Who's their dog friend? You were at my store, weren't you? I told you to fuck off. I'm real sorry about that. What's your name, fella?
I'm Norland, the good boy, and do you have any more beverages? Perhaps a turkey leg.
Man, you want one of them turkey legs? Y'all gotta go talk to our boy. Y'all didn't get no turkey legs, but okay. So here's the thing: I don't got any beverages I'm allowed to sell. My booth is just for merchandise, and I will get back to what merchandise I have. I have some cool stuff, but y'all, I got some of this shine, and he's got a jug that he pulls up with 3 X's on it. He says, this stuff's, well, it'll make one of them airplanes fly. I tell you what. And he's going to turn back the jug and take a few big drinks.
Xxxzantor will reach for the jug.
All right. He passes around the jug. Who all will be taking a sip of the moonshine?
Norland will be taking a lap of moonshine.
It's in a bottle. So you would you pour it into your hand and then lap it?
I'm thinking, yeah, they're probably going to pour it into my hand.
You need a little help, buddy? I'll pour this in here. All right. Go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw now, though. And he's going to pour some liquor into your cup, or into your hands.
Eli's going to pretend to take a sip.
That's good. Roll for deception. How did you do on your Xxxzantor? How's your Constitution?
22.
All right.
Granny Glenda's gonna drink some too.
Oh, Brody is definitely partaking.
All righty.
I rolled a 4, so just
You do drink it.
I put. Oh no, that went too far.
Yeah, you tried to pretend to drink it, but you just actually drink it.
So just caught off guard, spit.
Yeah.
Spit it out.
Brody, how did you do on your Constitution saving throw?
9.
All righty. Remy, did you have any of the booze?
I did, and I rolled an 8.
All right.
19.
So Granny Glenda and Xxxzantor are taking it like champs. How did Norland do?
Norland got a 13.
Norland stomachs the strong corn liquor. He doesn't like it, but he's able to handle it. If you got under a 10, you are going to swallow half of your chug and then spit out the rest. Well, look at y'all. Y'all can't handle this, can you? That's all right. I didn't mean to poke no fun. Hey, listen. We'll let this one slide on the rug. Y'all ain't got to drink the shine no more.
You selling them bottles there, JJ?
Well, don't tell nobody, but I do have a couple bottles for sale. It's going to be $50 a bottle, bub. They're pretty pricey, but I got you.
He hands him the 100 gold.
All right. Now, listen, you wanted to talk...
Bucks.
Yeah, $100. You wanted to talk about what inventory I had. Now, I can't sell bullets here. That would be very illegal, of course. But here's what I got for you. I've got a formula that'll teach you how to make ammunition. Now, you're going to need a tool, okay? And it's a tool that I don't sell. But if you can get a bullet press, they make little handheld bullet presses. You get you one of them bullet presses. You use this here formula, and you can use common materials found around household areas. Maybe you can even source them in the woods. But you can make yourself some bullets that'll function in your firearms. And I reckon that you could use these for either, pistol bullet, shotgun shells, rifle. You gotta get that bullet press though. And the materials are gonna come from the raw materials you find around you. Maybe you'll turn something metal into bullet. Maybe you get what I mean.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Jimmy, man. I really appreciate it.
Well,
What's
for
the,
$200, I'll give
there
it
we
to
go.
you.
200. Hey, Granny, you got a gun, right? You want to go in with me on this recipe here to make bullets?
Well, I don't want you advertising the fact that I have a gun, but I'll go half and half with you, so here's 100.
Well, y'all get it figured out. Now, here you go. He takes your $100 or your $200, and he's going to give you the book. Now, y'all share that. I watched you buy it together. Who do I hand it to?
Granny hands it to Xantor.
So
Yes, thank you. I study it.
hey, in addition to this stuff, y'all, I got some potions of haste. I got potions of enlarge and potions of reduce. I say potions. I got one of each of them. And then I got these 3-scroll booster packs, y'all. They're crazy. It's essentially like you just get a random bunch of scrolls. I don't even know what's in them, but they could be level 1, 2, or 3. It's up to you if you want to grab a booster pack.
How much for one of them booster packs there?
Well, they ain't cheap, my friend. They're 400 gold.
Ooh. I don't have quite that much right now.
How much do you need, Sonny?
Like $45?
I think I could spare some change, but you owe me, and if you don't pay me back, I'll saw one of your horns off.
Oh, goddamn, Granny.
My goodness, woman. Well, let me tell y'all, we got one more
Immediate
thing to
violence.
consider. Okay, I know money's tight these days, but I do have one other item I wanted to tell you about, and I thought maybe you'd like it in particular. It's almost like it was made for you, Elijah. It's this hat. It's like a pointy hat. It's a straw hat, but it's pointy, and it's got a wide brim. You know, kind of like that famous elk wizard Gandelk, like his hat, but made out of straw. And
Gandalf.
what it does is it lets you add your intelligence modifier to your basic attacks, and it lets you add your strength modifier to your targeted spells. Basically, it's for like spell blades like you, but with like an elk in mind, because it's got holes in the hat for where elk horns could go through. So it's like a straw hat, but it looks like Gandalf the Wizard's hat, and it's got holes in it for your girthy horns. But it's $1,000, man, and I just don't know if I can spare it for you.
Hold it aside for me, Jimmy Jams. That's crazy as hell. Who the hell is Gandalf?
You don't know about Gandalf?
No, you keep saying it like I do, which I respond, I nod like I do know what you're saying. I do that when I'm nervous.
Gandalf is one of the great grandsires of your village. Why, the elders should have told you all about him whenever he handed you the book. But really, that book's passed down from Gandalf to Gandalf until it got to your elder, who he's in secret sometimes called Gandalf. But this time, he must have just used his normal name, because if you ain't heard of Gandalf, I guess... Oh, anyways, I feel silly explaining it to you, Elijah Woodstone, but heck, you might even be a Gandalf yourself.
That's a lot to take in, but I need you to hold that there for me. I'm gonna find a way to make some money. Let me rattle my brain with another mule, and I'll be back.
Y'all go have fun, man. The party lasts all weekend. There's some crazy sets tonight, but no real bangers. You know, I mean the main jam's tomorrow, but we do get to see the What play tonight, and that's pretty fun. We get a little bit of Krabby Pizza and Jenny Airplane too.
The who?
The What? What's playing tonight? What's playing tonight, guys?
You've never seen what?
Who?
Who?
No, the Who. Man, y'all, the Who's somebody else. They're that Skull Island Invasion band from overseas. We're talking about what?
What's the who?
Ooh.
Not who, what. All right, listen, y'all. This is ridiculous, okay? I'm missing the 3 hours of hamster dance, and this is probably my favorite part of the festival.
Yes.
And so he's going to say, "I love y'all. I'm gonna handle some other business. Y'all come back later, though. We'll drink some more shine, and we'll have ourselves a party. Y'all go enjoy yourselves. And hey, be careful out in them woods. You know, I hear them gassers are about." He's going to give you a warning before turning to help other customers. The party seems to be raging around you as the hamster dance reaches some sort of 2-hour climax. The drinks are flowing, and you're welcome to travel around the area. Does anyone else want to purchase any of these items from Jimmy Jam or any more mules?
Xxzantor would ask him. I mean, Xxzantor would assume that he could find a bullet press like in a machine shop or something, but he would still like ask Jimmy Jam. Like,
I'm gonna get a mule and a turkey leg.
Yeah.
Whenever you talk into the microphone.
I'm gonna grab a mule and a turkey leg.
So, you guys, if you're going to, we'll do Xantor's scene first. So, hey, listen, man. I know you're eager to get that bullet press. You ain't gonna get it here at this festival, but that's the sort of thing you'd find in like a mechanic shop, maybe the garage of like some of them biker folks. I don't know. I reckon it's something you'll run into
say
on the
no
road.
more, brother. And Xxzantor puts his hand on his shoulder and like winks at him and gives him a little scratch on the shoulder.
Oh, I love that. And just a reminder that Jimmy Jam is an anteater folk, and whenever he shudders, his little anteater nose quivers upward for a moment. As the day progresses, you all get progressively more intoxicated, more filled with food. I know that Norland's going to get a little bit more food. Is everyone drinking and eating as the day goes on?
Yeah.
I had an idea to try to make some money at this festival.
What is your idea to try to make some money?
I was gonna like fashion some circular like rings and charge people to toss them onto my horns, but cover my horns in turkey grease so the rings slip off, and then I can just like make money off people.
Nice. So, do you do that? Do you bring up this idea to the group, and Owlsley responds, "Ho ho! Well, that seems like a wonderful idea, but we shouldn't do it inside the festival grounds proper. Let's go back into the campgrounds. They get rather upset for unsanctioned vending. So, if you want to do this, let's take it deep into the woods."
I'll go with Owlsley.
Woohoo! Would you all come with us? We could run the gambit on these fools. I don't mind making a little bit of extra cash.
Whoa. Didn't Jimmy Jam just say that the casters were gonna be out in the woods?
Well,
It may just be the shy talking, but you know, bro.
We need to go back to the van right now.
I
I need
think
to hide that tank.
I think we would be safe at our camp to play that game, and I think our camp will be a safe place. And Elijah, I really didn't think you had such a genius idea in that brain of yours.
I'm getting smarter with all this book reading I've been doing.
You're really learning how to write one step at a time.
Alrighty, so the group is going to attempt to get back to their campsite, and we're going to once again roll survival, this time with disadvantage, as you attempt to find your campsite amongst the rapidly growing ocean of tents.
2 19s.
My goodness.
15.
So plus 3, 22 for survival. Brody knows his way around the camp, bro.
3 and a 5, and for a 6 on the lower one.
So, how did Norland do?
12.
So, Brody takes the lead, navigating through the ocean of new festival arrivals, quickly filling up the grounds. The music takes a lull as the bands shift on stage, and Brody, flashing V's into the air for Valley Jam,
Valley Jam!
guides the group back to their campsite. Once at the campsite, Elijah Woodstone sets up his grift, and Owlsley begins to try to draw people in. What's going on over here, guys? Whoa, cool camp. A festival goer approaches.
Come on over, man. Try to hit my horns with this ring. Toss here.
Dude, I'm like the best at this. I can do that. Yeah, totally. Give me the ring. What's the catch? Like, do I get a reward or something? Does it cost money?
You get a high five, man.
Roll for persuasion.
I didn't think this far. 16. 16.
It's like, all right, I mean, I guess I'll play for a high five, but like, why am I buying into this? Does anybody want to try to take over and explain these rules in a way that sounds like a grift?
Well, darling, it's for charity. You see, I have injured my leg and we're trying to pay off my medical bills. So if you help this fella out by participating in this game, well, you will save the life of an old grandma. Don't you want that?
Roll for deception.
That's gonna be a 12.
He just looks at you guys like, this is really weird, and I don't understand why I'm paying for this. I feel like this is like just kind of weird. I'm gonna go, and he's gonna go, and Owlsley is gonna say, all right, let me remind you, he's going to lose because your horns are greased. So if you just tell him there's a prize, then he'll play and then lose. So no matter what, we win. You just have to convince them to play the game. Let's
Come on back, man. Come on
let's-
back. You win. You get to be king of the festival for the weekend.
You don't. He turned around and he roll for persuasion.
You get VIP package, all expenses paid, brother. 17.
He turns around skeptically, like, you don't seem like you have that kind of authority. Like, why? I do want a VIP package. I mean, how much do you want to play this game?
We were granted the authority by a king.
It's true, you know.
How much do you want to charge?
We gotta make it reasonable. 20 bucks.
$20?
That's a lot of fucking money.
I mean, games are like, gosh, when I was at the Ren Fair, it was like $5 for 5 tries. Like, all right.
You complain a lot, man. You don't even get to play anymore. Go on, get out of here.
All right, I guess I'll go.
Damn, y'all, we gotta come up with a better plan.
Friends,
Can I try to
friends,
just like stand out and see if I know anybody?
friends,
at the...
I have the solution to this problem. We are at a festival. I will simply challenge all to wrestling matches. If they defeat me, then we shall give them our gold. Otherwise, they must pay us for the opportunity to wrestle your great champion.
Nolan, what happened to your voice?
It's a couple of the mules, and now I'm feeling a little loose. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. A little less restricted.
I would like to remind the listeners that Norlin is wearing nothing but his long johns.
That's a good idea, man, but I kind of trust my slippery horns over your ability to wrestle anything right now.
Well, see, the thing is, we're going to take the turkey grease, and we're going to rub it on me like that, and then the guys won't be able to wrestle me. You see, there's no way we lose.
I'm just going to escort. I'm like, it's a good idea. I'm going to give him a turkey leg, but go get yourself greased up over there. We'll get this thing going.
So, you are now greasing up Norlin to start a wrestling grift, and you're greased up so they can't grab you, but you're also greased up so you would probably have a hard time grabbing them.
Norland's a little drunk. The plan's not super well thought through.
All right, so another festival guest comes by.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's great to see you guys. This seems like a cool camp. What are you guys doing over here?
Would you like to wrestle?
I mean, I guess. What kind of wrestling?
It is Greece Greco-Roman wrestling.
All right. I'll wrestle you, sure. What do we...
The rules are, if you defeat me, then you get our money. If not, then you have to give us yours.
How much money do you guys got? I mean, I got a lot of money.
We have... How much money do we have?
His money. You get his money.
Guys, how much money do we have?
We have about 70 gold.
Gold? You guys got gold? I got like $100, but I didn't mean gold?
Your $100 against our 70 gold.
All right, whatever gold is. I mean, it's got to be worth more than $100.
$100. That is so much meat. That will clearly get us through.
Wait a second,
the
you
winter.
guys have been walking around with gold this entire time, bro?
Well, we actually do have a couple gold bars, but that's beside the point. It is bucks. You guys, all right, listen. Whatever. And the fella's he's like taking off his shirt that you just challenged, and it's like Boomy from Avatar. He's like flexes his muscles, and his abs have abs, and it's sort of like a fractal of abdomen muscles as he's like the most ripped bro Chad that you have ever met. And you guys are going to
Clearly
begin 3 rounds of wrestling. We're gonna do contested grapple checks.
Clearly, this man is a village chieftain. Not only is he covered in muscles, but he also has $100 to wager. He must be an amazing hunter.
So, roll for athletics with disadvantage because you are greased up.
12.
He rolled an 8 with his disadvantage. So you managed to describe how you managed to grapple this individual despite the fact that you were covered in grease.
So, as they're kind of sliding around each other, Norland ducks in quickly, gets both his arms underneath the man's arms, and gets his hands together and manages to start bear hugging him.
All right, so as you are bear hugging this individual, he's going to tap. Say, all right, well, best 2 out of 3, all right? Come on. And he's going to, on this round, roll again.
Oof.
With disadvantage, he rolled an 8 again.
9.
So with your 9, describe how you win the second match.
As they're coming at each other, now the guy's kind of wary about me getting underneath his arms, so he's keeping his elbows in really tight, and he's bent over. And so I sort of kind of very lightly whap him on the back of the head and grab him by the ankle and yank his ankle out, and he falls to his ass.
As he falls to the ground, ashamed, he stands up and reaches into the back pocket of his trousers. I guess you got this fair and square. He's kind of greasy, you know. You ever think about taking a shower? And he hands you $100, and he's going to walk back into the festival. I need you all to roll a perception check.
4.
10.
21.
14.
17.
10.
All right, so with your 21, Remy, you see members of some sort of uniformed crew running into the woods, and you hear chatter coming from them. Out of character, you know this to be radio chatter, but in character, Remy is not able to determine that it is something separate from the people that he sees, and you hear that they are on the hunt for a group of gassers hiding out in the woods at the festival.
You guys, I just saw some uniformed men run into the woods. There's some chatter of them hunting some gassers. Should we follow?
That always sounds like a good plan. I did not like those gases when we encountered them.
Yeah, they might need some backup. Let's keep our distance, though.
Or to get murdered and have their guns taken.
I am more concerned with the $100 that I am due by that village chieftain. He still has not given us the $100 of meat.
You're holding a sack of coins with $100 in it while you say this.
He is not aware that the parlance for bucks means money.
Yes.
He is very much still assuming that means dead deer.
Yeah, so, the individuals are running off into the woods, and some members of the party are interested in going. You see Owlsley, King Kenzie, and Penny Lane and John Paul chattering amongst themselves. King Kenzie says, well, I won't stop you all from going and investigating, but I try not to get messed up with those gassers myself. They are a dangerous sort, but there is always opportunity to be made where they are about. They seem to have a surplus of resources, and if they are in the backwoods of this festival, they can only be up to no good. I suppose, well, perhaps let's leave John Paul and Penny Lane and Owlsley here. I'll accompany anyone who wishes to chase them into the woods.
We gotta hide that tank in the back of the van, cover like a
The tank
blanket.
is in Remy Rizz's bag of holding.
Oh, it is hidden. I forgot we had that. Beautiful.
You speak of these gassers as if you are afraid. I wish to know why.
We're not.
We did murder them.
The gassers are a bad gang. They've got connections with the bad kind of drugs, and they spread them in the streets, and they hurt anyone else who tries to peddle wares. They're not nice folks, and it seems like what they're doing is hurting people. But the thing is there's a money ring here. The fuzz is always after the gassers. Sometimes the Heaven's Devils act as security to help the gassers, but the fuzz has not really got the follow through to take them out. They might lead you to him, but a bunch of cowards. They're gonna leave it as it is. I don't know what you'll run into if you go out there.
Well, it sounds like these guys are probably going to ruin the vibe, so I can't let that happen at the festival, so yeah, I'll join as well.
Alright, so do you meander off into the woods and following the path of these people in front of you that Penny Lane is called the Fuzz?
I'll smell check and see if I can catch a path.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for perception.
Ooh, not so good. 7.
Do a survival check, kind of check the path.
Yeah, see if you find any evidence of a path.
I think I'd like to stay out of sight of the fuzz, but still follow them.
Roll for stealth.
You got a 7. Are we in the woods? Are we still in the mountain territory?
You're in the woods and the mountain. You can roll with advantage.
21.
So, although you have not yet found a path, how did you do, Xantor? Although you have not yet found a path, Granny Glenda manages to keep a tail on the Fuzz as they wander through the woods looking for something. You hear chatter on their radio that seems to indicate that somewhere nearby is an encampment. But they have not yet found the encampment. There are 3 members of this traveling party of the Fuzz. But as you tail them, you begin to notice the signs of 3 people passing turn to 2. Then the signs of 2 people passing turn to 1. Finally, as you are walking down an old abandoned trail in the woods far from the festival, you see a pig folk hanging from the tree by his feet, a hole in his chest, and dangling from his body is a noise box.
Come in! Officer, come in! Come in, officer!
What a beautiful display of art.
I don't think that's an art piece, Granny.
And we'll pick up there next time on the next thrilling installment of Wooks and Warlocks.
Round searching through the rubble for what wants to spark like a shout in the night. And the sight of the past, it can fill us with fear all night. Though we know the wheel comes back after time. Oh, sweet time. And the soul will rise from the ashes. We will climb as we shout into the night. Let no man use my battle cry.
Wooks and Warlocks features Anthony Ryan as Xxxzantor, the Bugfolk Ranger, Jesse Bennett as Granny Glenda, half-fox folk rogue, John Lombardi as Elijah Woodstone, the elk folk wizard, and Trey Miller as Dungeon Master. Intro and outro feature the song Flight of the Phoenix by Tire Fire. Recording and editing are completed in-house by the Wooks and Warlocks team, recording consultation provided by Adam Horwitz. You can find us online at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord under the name Wooks and Warlocks. Links can be found in the description. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Wooks and Warlocks, please contact us at wooksandwarlocks@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.
Dark clouds brewing a storm deep in the sky. Words spoken in anger, vibrant like a neon sign in the mind's eye, multiplied by time and time again. It's those we love that we lose when we struggle with what's inside. Just hoping for hope, something to ward off the fright. And the soul will rise from the ashes.